It was the night before Halloween when my daughter, Isabel, told me I was no longer welcome in the house. "Mom, you're obsolete now. Find somewhere else to rot," she sneered. I packed my bags like I always had, quietly, obediently, as if my entire life had been training for this moment. 2 nights later, I found myself in the dim office of a lawyer I barely knew. Shadows flickered on the walls from the candles Isabel had carelessly left burning. That's when I learned the truth. My late husband had been playing a game I hadn't even known existed. And suddenly, the pawn was becoming the queen. Before we start, hit subscribe and tell me where you're watching from. This isn't just a story. It's a Halloween nightmare of greed, betrayal, and secrets buried deeper than a grave. And trust me, by the end, you'll see who really controls the fate of the family fortune. 2 months ago, I was just Eleanor Whitman, a devoted mother and widow. My husband, Charles, had passed quietly in his sleep, leaving me to navigate grief alone. Or so I thought. Isabel had always been his favorite, her every whim catered to, every mistake forgiven. But she had married someone like her, Vincent, charming on the surface but cold-blooded underneath. And when Charles died, they made their move. "Mom, you can't handle the house," Isabel said, her eyes gleaming with something dark in the candlelight. "We've taken care of everything. It's time for you to leave." I watched her toss a small envelope onto the table. Inside? A notice that she had claimed everything, the mansion, the savings, even my own bedroom. 3 nights in a crumbling motel later, I realized something eerie. Something was off. Charles had been meticulous about his affairs. He wasn't cruel. He loved me. So why would he leave me penniless? The next day, in the cold light of the lawyer's office, I saw the truth in black and white. Charles had hidden his real will, one that would punish the greedy and reward the patient. Isabel and Vincent had tried to steal everything, but their plan had a fatal flaw. If they treated me with disrespect, as Charles had feared, every cent they thought was theirs would revert to me. And it had. I smirked as the lawyer handed me the documents. $40 million, the house, all mine. But that wasn't all. Charles had left one more surprise. A hidden room beneath the mansion, locked for decades. Inside, a collection of his private journals detailing decades of secret investigations, criminal networks, and unclaimed treasures. It was a labyrinth of secrets, perfect for someone who had been underestimated her entire life. On Halloween night, as Isabel and Vincent celebrated their Pyrrhic victory elsewhere, I walked through the halls of my home, candlelight flickering. Every creak of the floorboard, every shadow in the corner, whispered the truth. I was no longer the powerless mother they had mocked. By midnight, I had the police and federal agents on my side. Isabel and Vincent were arrested before the witch's hour, their faces pale as the chill wind swept through the mansion. I stood in the grand hall, the moonlight spilling through the tall windows. The house, the inheritance, the secrets, all mine. And for the first time in decades, I felt truly free. Sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones you think you know. But remember, even the quietest pawn can become a queen. Especially on Halloween. Thanks for listening. Remember, shadows often hide the truth. And if you enjoyed this story, subscribe and share before it's too late.